Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Welcome. This is NgoVo Convo podcast. I'm Harrison. I just need to wind that up, and dude, it's fine because Veronica's right over there. She's to my whatever direction. But really, Veronica, we just want an excuse to talk about anything that entertains us. But really, to never catch up. No, it's true. Sorry, that was actually Freudian slip. We'll never catch up. We're really trying to catch up on our never-ending backlog.
That was a slip-up if I've ever seen one.
But some would say, Veronica, that we, the both of us,
Yes.
us two, right here, are most likely conversing.
Conversing?
Conversing.
Conversing? Who are we conversing? This is very strange.
NgoVo Convo and NgoVo Convo spell right over there, yes.
Yeah. I'll let you take that up today.
I thought I was making her confused. It's me confused. It's all me all along.
It's been you all along.
But it's fine because you can watch every episode on youtube.com or listen to it as a podcast service by searching up. I'm going too fast today. I'm just trying to go too fast today.
Oh my
By searching up NgoVo Convo and NgoVo Convo on your podcast service of choice. It's a long day. It's a Monday.
It's fine.
Oh, we're recording on a Monday.
Yeah.
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 But this video, Veronica, is sponsored by Olipop. So we'll get to that later. More info. Today, guess what we're talking about?
I wonder what we're talking about.
Well, if you click the video, you should have an idea. So we're going to actually talk about season 2 of Windbreaker. So you haven't seen that. It's on Crunchyroll, from my understanding. I don't know if that's at least where I watched it. I'm sure that's where you watched it, Veronica.
I watched it, yeah.
Yeah, and because I've noticed that there's sometimes some seasons are not on, it starts on one and it's on the other, but for sure, Crunchyroll. So you haven't watched it. It is 20. Wait, how many episodes was it?
12 episodes.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Harrison's confused.
I
Harrison's confused today. It's okay.
I'm going super fast today in my head, so it's fine. No, well, hold on. Oh, wait, no. Wait, no, 25. No, 12, you're right. It was 25.
No,
total.
I was like, no.
I'm wrong. See, going crazy.
I was like, wait.
Okay, keeping you on your toes, Veronica. That's what we're doing here. But,
Ugh.
so we're going to talk about that. We're going to give our non-spoiler thoughts, and then we'll jump right into, the nitty-gritty details of, what's happening and what's going on. And, oh, my God.
Yeah.
Good stuff. So, Veronica, what'd you think?
Well, as usual, I love Gojo's voice actor, so I was like, give me more of him.
To clarify, we watch subbed, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Or
Yeah.
do they have dub? They have dub there now, right?
They have dub. Yeah,
Okay.
but we watch with Japanese sub.
Yeah.
So I was ready. I was ready for more, as usual. But then I was thinking about it because I think there's a quick recap on YouTube of season 1. Mm-hmm. Season 1 was about a year ago. So it was about a year ago, yeah.
That's crazy.
So I did want to know more about Sakura's backstory. And I think they delved into that a little bit this season. Just a little bit.
It was an episode or two. I think it was an episode.
Yeah.
An episode, actually. Yeah.
Yeah. So
barely. Actually,
it was
not even his backstory. It was more we'll get into that, but yeah, they kind of did. It was an episode.
No, but I'm really interested in seeing how he ended up he is.
What do you mean? It's totally normal.
Yeah, that's totally normal. But I think I thoroughly enjoyed Windbreaker. It was one of those sleeper animes for me last year, and I think again this year. So I feel like not a lot of people talk about it. Yeah. And I'm not too sure if it's because there's a lot of delinquent animes out now, so people are picking and choosing. But this is the current one that's out.
Yeah, and I think I still hear it and I still notice it sometimes is some people still think about comparing it to Tokyo Revengers because it's delinquent, right?
Yeah.
And I still have fun with this in the sense of it's a fun action fighting like anime.
Yeah.
Like, essentially, pretty much shonen.
It's not depressing at all.
It's not. It's really not.
No.
It has depressing, or it has kind of like dark,
Some
depressing
themes,
moments.
dark
Themes. But it's not to that level. But I think that's a bit more real in a sense of their age. I think that's. I would say that's my one thing with Tokyo Revengers, but that's a whole nother. We have reviews on that and such.
Yeah.
Just go check that out. But I actually enjoyed this season a bit more than the first one because the first one felt very setup-y.
Was it setup-y for you?
Yeah. It was like, hey, check out this town. Hey, we're gonna fight these guys now. That's what it really felt like. I mean, here it kind of you can argue it was like a two-parter. Like first half is one and second half is another thing. But I think I'm enjoying this as we go.
Oh, I agree with you. I enjoyed this season a lot more. And they even introduced a lot more people. So I was like, oh, wow. I didn't think I would enjoy it that much. But we saw like more sections of like different parts of like different towns and stuff. Yeah. So that was cool.
I would still recommend this at this point, non-spoilery. I would still pitch this to people that want like just a solid like action thing. I will say I've seen some people drop it for it's because of a specific character that pops up, and I'm like, that's more like
that's a personal issue.
That's a personal issue in my opinion. I think overall it's still great. I think it's the themes, and I think it's addressing like how certain characters are. I think it's great. And yeah, other than that, I'm trying to think if there's anything else non-spoiler I can say.
No, they haven't announced the season 3 yet, but I think they will soon. I think they're just waiting for this season to be over.
Yeah, I'm sure the cadence with the way it's going, we had like I did check, it was a year ago. Okay, so it will probably be the next year around the same time.
We'll get back in a year.
Season 3.
Yeah, the manga's still going, so I'm sure they have enough material within 6 months to a year.
And I will say this next part, this season, I'm really excited for it.
Did you read it?
No.
Oh, okay.
Just like from the premise of like what they're building up, I think if anyone has an issue with like the delinquency part, I think just keeping it non-spoiler, I think next season will address that.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah. So, you got anything else you want to add, or?
No, we should just go right into it.
All right, we're going to jump right into it. But before that, we're going to take a quick break to talk about our sponsors.
This episode is sponsored by Olipop, the soda your gut will thank you for. Yes, I'm talking to you, all of you. All right, have you ever missed that classic soda pop feeling? You know, the fizz, the flavor, but without the sugar crash and the guilt trip? Yeah, me too, you too, Harrison too? All of us. That's why I'm introducing to you Olipop, the soda that's bursting with flavor and good for you too. I actually have my favorite one here, strawberry vanilla. But the other weird one that I enjoyed was banana cream. I know, it's weird, super weird, but this is my favorite. Number 1, because it only has 3 grams of sugar per can, plus it has 9 grams of prebiotic fiber. And you know what you need with fiber? To use the restroom. Hee. But yeah, that means that you're going to have a happy and healthy gut with every sip. And it looks like that they took everything we loved about classic soda and upgraded to a modern, healthy conscience person. Like you, like me, like Harrison. My co-partner. My co-host that's not here right now. So ditch the compromise and experience the soda revolution for yourself. Don't forget to use our promo code NgoVo15, NgoVo15 to get 15% off your first order on drinkolipop.com.
And we're back.
Wow. Water break.
Still thirsty?
Olipop break. Yeah. Still thirsty. Still drinking.
Stay hydrated.
Stay hydrated.
With Olipop. Anyway, so I think because like I mentioned would you say it was kind of split into like 2 different stories? kind of. I don't know if it was fully like split in the middle of like the 12, maybe like the first
Maybe first 4 or 5 episodes, yeah.
was like the Keel like section.
Yeah.
Which I totally forgot. Or I forgot it really did just jump into that.
Oh yeah, they just like
season
off the bat.
1 ended. It was like, hey, we're gonna deal with them.
Yeah, and then they dealt with them.
Yeah, I was worried that was kind of a weird starting, but they connected everything well.
Oh yeah.
By the end, right?
Because a mysterious character came in towards the end of that fight, and you're like, "Ooh, who is this person?" Ooh.
Do we just want to talk about characters real quick? I guess start off with that.
Yeah.
Is that easier?
Yeah, we can.
Okay, so actually, thoughts on Keel. Let's just, you know what? Let's just kind of go in order. Thoughts on the whole Keel arc with like.
I thought it was short and sweet.
Mm-hmm.
At first, I didn't know like why this fight was going to be like 4 or 5 episodes long. I was like, oh, this is like half the season. Like, where are we going to tie this in by the end of the season? Like you said earlier, so I was a little skeptical.
Yeah.
But then I think it like gave the first years like more depth to their character, and like you can tell like why they're there, you know.
Yeah, you got to shine a light on like all the first years, like the main, I guess the core group.
The
core guys.
trio.
Yeah, I was worried that they were gonna try to like incorporate more people, but they did not. Like they still show interactions, like they're like a tight group in a sense, they're supposed to be, but you could tell who's the core guys because they have colored hair.
Yeah. Wow. No, and then like the second years, like you kind of got a little bit of second years and then some of the third years. So I thought it was like that was a cool way of like splitting it up.
Yeah.
But it was intense. These kids. Why are they fighting each other?
You know.
Are we having these battles?
But it's funny because you think about it, it's like it's just to like protect the one, like what's his name, like the guy with that his friend joined that Keel group, right? So that's the whole thing, they're trying to go save him in a sense. Yeah. Do you have a favorite from like the first years so far?
What's his name, the little nerdy guy that can't fight, the one that like writes in a notebook. It's like Neri or something.
Neri? I think that's
Neri?
Neri is like his last name or something.
Yeah. I think he's my favorite. Just because he's so like quirky and like he like writes down all the info.
He does.
Especially like the second years and third years, he's like, "Oh, heard you don't like this."
He's like a Deku.
Oh yeah.
Like straight up.
No, straight
up. If Deku continued to like have that, continuously had that.
That's a good. Yeah, that's a good description.
Yeah, it's like that quirk where he's like super hyped about all these people.
Or like just knowing like all the info on like the town or like all the other like groups.
Oh, yeah.
So I think he's my favorite.
Yeah.
Do you have a favorite?
I think it's still Suyo? The eye patch kid.
Yeah. Eye patch kid. He's my second favorite. Yeah.
Yeah. I think he's still my favorite. I think he's still like the coolest. But that's like mainly because I like how his fighting style is like that. Well, everyone else just seems kind of brawler-y.
Yeah, his is like more like karate chop type thing.
Yeah. But yeah, I think, and I know like I think that's like the main trio. But I guess in terms of like first years, I think it's the one that works out a lot is also funnier too.
No.
Yeah.
The meathead. Of course, you would point out the meatheads.
I think it's great representation. Lamau.
From one meathead to another.
Yeah, but yeah, it did feel like Keel was a quick thing where it was just like, hey, look, we're showcasing the first years now, straight up again, because it's been a while. But
that main guy was crazy though.
Oh yeah.
He was a little crazy.
In Japanese, he's voiced by Itadori, so it's really funny.
I was like, huh, this is a little weird.
And
is
of
a
course they
little
incorporate like the
weird.
second years too, but I think overall it was just like, hey, I appreciate that. Hey, we're just starting the season right off with action. That's what I did appreciate.
Yeah.
Like overall.
And I just love that Sakura like cannot take a compliment for the life of him.
He's a chopper.
Yeah, can't take a compliment. Can't think about dating.
The idea of love is just too much.
He's like, what? It's too much.
And it's not just like romance, it's just love in general. And I
Like
think
love in general, yeah.
and it's just I'm glad it what I do enjoy watching throughout the season of the like this season at least, it just shows everyone is learning and they just know how everyone each other works in a sense, right? So I just love how everyone's just it's just how he gets. He just can't handle that. And then just kind of poke and prod him. He's like, shut up.
He's like, no.
But at the end of Kiel though, they did introduce a random guy.
Lots of tattoos.
Yeah. Endo, right?
Endo. A little crazy.
But it's hilarious because I'm like, oh no, I think I really like his characters. I think he's really cool. Oh god, he's crazy.
He's crazy. That was my initial thoughts too. I was like, oh, there's a crazy kid running around.
It's funny because you were saying how the other guy from Kiel was like crazy, and then this guy walks in.
No,
and
he
like,
just walks in. Yeah.
He's like, oh, damn. I guess I really can't pick him, can I?
No. No, you can't.
Man. But so the second half, they technically introduce a new character, or not really fully introduced, but they've. Was it a mixer? Did they have a mixer or something?
Is it like a mixer? Yeah.
Yeah. But they specifically focus on Tsubaki-chan, right?
Yes, I love him.
And he's the main reason why I'm like, oh, I'm sure a lot of people would just drop this straight up.
I mean, that's a personal
because
issue.
They're uncomfortable. And I'm like,
yeah. That's a them issue. That's not an us issue.
It's not, because
No.
I think Tsubaki's great.
Tsubaki is so great. His little crush too.
I like his lieutenants though. I like
The
how
twins?
it's like twins.
Yeah.
But they're like different, like legitimately, but I think everyone has a very cool like style in this anime. So
No, yeah, I agree.
it's really cool.
I just love his chibi. Like, I think if we weren't doing like first, second, third year favorites, like he's like overall my favorite character.
Oh yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think he's so quirky and just like himself.
No, it's true. Yeah.
It's really nice.
Yeah.
It's really nice
And I
to
love
see.
that. I love his backstory. Like, and it's just really, honestly, it's like, it's sad when you think about it, but it's really cute when I like how they connect like the whole old, like why they visit the old man.
Man, yeah. And it's super progressive. They're like super progressive about it. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's really cool.
It was unexpectedly a weird turn for this anime, because I think this anime again. Originally, it's like, oh, we were sold that it's a delinquent anime. We didn't know. We just expect like, oh, just dumb fights and they're just being like gang boys and all that. And then you have this kind of arc, or like, really quick like
character
development arc type deal. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. I mean, I'm all for it. It's great. I just didn't expect it.
And he makes Sakura a little uncomfortable every time.
Don't you love seeing that?
I do. I was like, keep going. Torture him.
And it's just like, I don't know, the thing about Sakura is very basic, where everyone's like expecting him to be like, oh, like super angry and like being like, oh, that's dumb or something. But he's like always very like, you do what you want. Why do I care?
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So. But yeah, that arc was pretty quick, and then the last part. So I guess it was like a Keel in that, but it blends. It blends.
But the last have blended. Yeah.
Yes, because even though it was more like Tsubaki's backstory, and then they introduced that
like
one drinking district. Is it?
Yeah.
I don't think it's red light. Was it red light?
I think it was the red light.
It technically was, right? Okay.
Yeah. Of that city, yeah.
Yeah. So What'd you think of that whole section?
I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Had a little crush on the club guy.
Which one? Like, the main one?
The main one.
That's funny.
I was like, oh, that's cute. I was like, oh, this is a nice haircut for my husband to copy.
Wait, what's his name?
I forgot his name, but like
he's the one that like the girl also likes, right? Essentially,
yeah,
the singer girl
yeah.
that's in trouble and blah blah blah. Right? Yeah. Yeah, I thought that it was just interesting, like how they. Again, I think it's actually very simple. I think this whole thing is just very simple and flows very simply. It's just they touch on like kind of heavy topics, but not like super crazy. Because in the end, it's just like, hey, we're going to save this girl. Oh, we're introducing this group. I think it's still... My one thing I've noticed with this season 2 is I had fun with it more in that there's more action. But it still feels like it's a lot of introductory stuff. Like,
I feel like by 3 will be good to go.
Yeah. It's a lot of like throwaway villains in a sense, where they had like that, guy from Keel. And then here, the whole issue is with Shizuka, right? The singer who is supposed, like, I guess that one like group trying to poach her in debt or something, but then like the top knot guy, again, I'm like, oh damn, seeing a top knot, that's weird. And then his hair down, I'm like, damn, it looks stupid. But
no, but that's a hairstyle.
It is. I'm fully aware.
Not a very cute one, but yeah.
But it was so funny because he also was kind of crazy too, but in a sense of he's homeless and he's.
at the end of the day, friendship is all that matters.
That's when the shonen really shows up, like, and that's where I think if someone wanted something darker, this is where it keeps wanting to cross that line, but it never doesn't.
Yeah.
But it gets violent. The violence is the part that almost gets through, or like touching like the heavy topics of like, hey, you have debt. Hey, we're gonna have to like, you owe to this gang and all that stuff. And right now it's kind of treading it, but hasn't fully crossed over yet.
I was cracking up by the time they like resolved it, and then they were playing games at dinner. I was like, a Switch is involved. We're playing games.
I know. I was like, look, it's a Switch. Oh, look, it's the classic One Piece. Hey, we finished the arc. Let's party.
Let's party.
It's party hardy. Yeah, I think the more we talk about it, I think it's been fun to watch, but it hasn't. It's been an interesting watch. Would you?
Yeah, I think for the next season, I think we'll be all introed out. In my opinion, that's my prediction, and we'll just go straight into like a deeper story. Because by the last episode, we did get a little bit more about Endo.
Yes.
Basically, and like the backstory. So I think it'll be interesting to see where they kind of go off.
Yeah.
With 3, because they did introduce like another character at the very end.
Yes. And this is the part that I think I was really interested in finally, and I think this is where we can finally get past the whole introductory portion. Because when you really think about it, that when I say 25 episodes, it feels like these two parts, these 2 seasons,
is one.
Would just be a one season, normally a 1 season type deal. Because it really does feel like that, like just setting up. Because then when they introduce that Endo's actually from Furin, but not Bofurin, because Bofurin is current, which is under what's his name? Your Gojo voice actor.
It's like Umi something.
Why can't I remember all of a sudden? Umemiya. There we go.
Yeah.
But so
which we did see a lot of this season.
Again, right? And I think we got part of it, and I think this is where like this whole season 1 feels very shonen, and it feels like it could go deeper. Not saying I should. Mm-hmm. It just treads the line a lot where I'm like, oh, it feels like it wants to. I think that's my thing.
Do you think it will by next season?
I'm not sure. Okay. Because this is where, and I know people, I don't want people to compare it, but I know this is what is talked about a lot, is when you hear Tokyo Revengers, there's like prostitution, there's drugs, there's like all this stuff that they handle. Which is why it feels weird
Tokyo
when it's like a middle
Revengers,
school, high schooler. thing.
Yeah, Tokyo Revengers is a lot more darker.
Yeah.
It has like power stuff involved too.
Hilariously.
Yeah,
Somehow. But so here I think it's still more grounded, but it's not bad. I don't think it's
they're literally regular kids.
Yes.
Just regular kids.
Yes.
And that's it.
Like even in the Keel fight, or even like in the streets of like the red light district, they're just fighting each other. Just the worst was, hey, we have poles. Hey, we have sticks. You know what I mean?
It. Yeah, bats.
So it's not the worst thing. Yeah, we have bats, but it's not like it's bad, but it's true. Like if I got caught in that kind of situation, oh no, he's got a bat.
Oh yeah.
Like I'm a normal person. Oh dear God.
Leave me alone.
Yeah. I think the more I watch it, it's simple still so far. And it feels like very Demon Slayer season 1, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's the way
I can see that.
It still feels all set up, but I think finally at the end of this season, it feels like, hey, we're actually going to talk about like why Sakura came to this place in the first place.
Finally, please tell me.
Yeah. Do you have any other like pros and cons about this season, or it just feels like it's a very like easy watch?
It's a very easy watch, and I think like not enough people talked about it or watched it. So I think that's why I said in the beginning, I was like, this is like a sleeper anime. Very enjoyable.
It's like big enough to get like, you know, people like create those lists and all that of like, oh, what I'm excited for next. And it's still big enough to be brought up as a talking point. But I do agree, it feels like just like another like fun action shonen to watch right now.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that by next season, I'm not going to drop this anytime soon. It's just one of those, it feels like it wants to
be more.
It wants to be more, and it's really close. And I'm waiting for that moment because it is weird to be like,
and it could happen.
I do appreciate that we finally got the backstory of like how Bofurn was formed though.
No, that was really cool.
Yeah.
I wish it was earlier in the season instead of like the last episode. I guess that's not a con, but like a preferable, you know.
They could have alluded to like how they
like
kind of
halfway
did.
Through.
They kind of did. They kind of did, but you're right. I guess it was kind of more of a plot device of introducing how those characters, like the Endo and the other guy, are important because it shows that they never beat them, which I think is also very cool.
Yeah.
I think that's a really cool point to mention.
Surprising too.
Because we keep talking about how Umemi is like the strongest, right?
He's not.
But not actually. Like, and I love that. I actually think that's a really cool detail. It's like, oh, we just never beat him. Like, no, we didn't.
So nonchalant. I was like, oh, okay.
But then meanwhile,
we'll gloss over this.
But then Iri is like, wait, what? Oh, wait. Oh, he's like low key breaking down. He's about to crash out.
I know. I was like, oh, you poor boy. You're gonna just crash out right here.
Yeah, but I think like overall the pacing was like okay in a sense of it's broken up. It flows. It arcs very well.
Very well. Yeah.
But you could tell like it's like broken up to like 3 parts technically, right? We can say 3.
The little mini arcs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I do appreciate it doesn't waste time. I still appreciate it doesn't. But do you feel like I could stretch out on certain things, or do you feel like everything in context or what's presented is?
I think what has been presented so far has been good.
Okay.
Like I don't think an extra episode would have helped anywhere because it would have cut off at Endo anyway.
Yeah.
For like the next season.
Yeah.
And I think this is popular enough to have a few more seasons or however long that manga is.
Yeah.
So I think what's presented now is good.
Mm-hmm.
And it was smart of them to do it like the 24 season, but like split into like 2. I think that was good. Yeah.
Yeah. Because this is technically season 2, right?
No, yeah, this is season 2. But on Crunchyroll, it's all under 1 season. Which I find interesting. I know, I was like, so it's season 1, but we're going to call it season 2.
Because it feels like it. It does feel like it.
Yeah,
like,
you're right on that, because like the way Crunchyroll did it, it was just like one season.
And that's I think
season 1.
And I think that's why I'm okay with it. But if you really are really picky about it and like, oh, it's season 2, then season 1 and season 2 just feel very introductory still.
Yeah.
And I can see where that can turn people off if you think about it too hard and you're like, oh, it's season 2.
Just don't think about it.
I mean,
they advertise it in season 2, like all the little breaks, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, so it is season 2.
Yeah. Overall, I still stand by it's a fun watch. It's a solid just to keep in the rotation type deal. But I wouldn't say it's like, oh, next best thing.
Like, I wouldn't go run. Like, I'm interested in it, but I wouldn't run off to read the manga. Like, I want to be surprised. This is one of those where I'm like, I'll stay surprised.
Yeah.
We'll stay surprised.
We're in the same boat then. Yeah. But, all right. Well, I feel like we said a lot of nothing because it is just simple at the end of the day.
And you know what? It's okay.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. So, you got anything else to add though? Or am I going to close it out?
No, you can close out.
Okay. Thanks for tuning in. You can follow us on all our socials at NgoVo Convo and NgoVo Convo. If you're on YouTube, hit that subscribe button and then hit every button from right to left. Right to left. Night.
Yeah.
Right to left.
Right to left.
Watching Veronica slowly be like,
I was like,
what's going on?
Which way
What's
are we
happening?
going?
But yeah, comment down below if how you felt about this season. If you agree, disagree, let us know. Because it's nothing too crazy at the end of the day. But I think some people could have gripes. And I'm really curious at that point. So, other than that, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.